The Iron Shihan. In the landscape of modern martial arts, few figures command as much visceral respect as Kazuo Chiba. An 8th degree black belt and direct student of Morihei Ueshiba, Chiba Shihan was a man of intense discipline and unwavering focus. He was the founder of Birankai International, a global organization dedicated to the martial essence of Aikido. To understand the man they called the Iron Shihan, we must travel back to a Japan in ruins, where the spirit of the warrior was forged in the fires of survival. A childhood in the ashes. Kazuo Chiba was born on February 5, 1940, in the heart of Tokyo. His early years were defined not by peace, but by the chaos of World War II. As a child, he witnessed the firebombing of his city and the eventual surrender of his nation. Growing up in the post-war occupation, young Chiba lived through severe food rationing, economic collapse, and the struggle of a nation rebuilding its identity. This environment of hardship left an indelible mark on him. He wasn't just looking for a hobby. He was looking for a way to stand strong in a world that had fallen apart. He graduated from high school in 1958, a time when Japan was at a crossroads between its ancient traditions and its modern future. Like many young men of his era, he sought strength through judo and Shotokan karate. He trained under legends like Masatoshi Nakayama, but found himself searching for something more universal. The martial crisis. Chiba's journey into the martial arts began with judo. He was an intensive practitioner, reaching the rank of Ikkyu, brown belt. However, a single incident changed the course of his life. Shortly before his graduation, Chiba defeated a senior student in a judo match. The senior, feeling humiliated, challenged him to an impromptu kendo bout in a dark, empty lot. Chiba had only a wooden bakken. The senior had a bamboo shurnai. Chiba was decisively beaten, suffering injuries that led him to a profound realization: specialization was a trap. A true warrior needed to be effective in any circumstance, whether armed or unarmed. Chiba later trained in Shotokan karate at the organization's headquarters, Katsujinken, in Tokyo under the Japan Karate Association. This move came approximately a year before Gichin Funakoshi's death in 1957, during which Chiba occasionally observed the aging master and trained primarily under chief instructor Masatoshi Nakayama. The dojo's atmosphere was rigorously demanding, emphasizing spiritual intensity and physical endurance, which Chiba found deeply satisfying. "Oh, I really loved it. It was a very hard spirit in the training, very satisfying. I liked it a lot." Contemporaries at Katsujinken included notable figures like Hidetaka Nishiyama, Hirokazu Kanazawa, and Taiji Kase, all of whom contributed to the era's vibrant karate scene in post-war Tokyo. While karate provided a striking complement to judo's grappling focus, Chiba's underlying drive remained personal development through effective self-defense, setting the stage for his later pursuits. The Ushi-deshi years, serving the founder, 1958 to 1965. At the age of 18 and shortly after graduating from high school, Kazuo Chiba first encountered Aikido through a photograph of its founder, Morihei Ueshiba, in a book he purchased at a Tokyo bookstore. Having previously trained in judo and karate, which provided a foundation for his physical readiness in martial arts, Chiba had become deeply disillusioned with competitive Budo after a challenging kendo match against a senior judoka who held Naiden rank in both judo and kendo, highlighting the limitations of specialized techniques despite Chiba's use of a bakken handicap. He had paused all training for about 6 months, seeking a comprehensive path that allowed a practitioner to respond effectively in any circumstance, regardless of the opponent's weapon or style. He didn't know the techniques, but he recognized the spiritual power in O Sensei's eyes. He went to the Aikikai Hombu dojo in Tokyo and stayed outside for 3 days in the cold, uninvited, to prove his dedication. He was finally accepted as an uchideshi, or live-in student. By 1960, as a third-degree black belt, Chiba established a branch dojo in Nagoya, and in 1962, he began teaching at the Hambu Dojo while earning his 5th degree black belt within 3 years. For 7 years, Chiba lived a life of total immersion. He woke up at 5 a.m. to clean the dojo, participated in brutal training sessions, and served as O Sensei's personal assistant. He traveled with the founder across Japan, acting as his uke, receiver, and absorbing the subtle principles of Aiki. During this period, Chiba came to see Aikido as a comprehensive system of mind-body unity, far beyond mere physical combat. Spreading the Seed, the European Mission, 1966 to 1975. In 1966, the Aikikai sent Chiba to the United Kingdom to establish a foothold for Aikido. He arrived with almost no resources, facing a culture that was often skeptical of Japanese martial arts. Undeterred, he founded the Aikikai of Great Britain. He was known for his fierce demonstrations, often inviting skeptics to attack him to prove the effectiveness of his art. Over the next decade, he traveled to France, Greece, Italy, Morocco, and Switzerland, building a foundation for Aikido that remains strong to this day. In 1970, he was promoted to 6th Dan and awarded the title of Shihan. He married his wife, Mitsuko, and together they navigated the challenges of a life dedicated to the way. The American Chapter and Birankai. In 1981, Kazuo Chiba relocated to San Diego, California, at the invitation of the United States Aikido Federation, USAF, initially to conduct seminars and teach, which soon led to establishing a permanent base there. His prior experience teaching in the United Kingdom from 1966 to 1976 had prepared him for broader Western outreach, allowing him to adapt his rigorous, traditional approach to Aikido for American students. Upon arrival, Chiba founded the San Diego Aikikai as his primary dojo, serving as its chief instructor and focusing on intensive training that emphasized martial efficacy and spiritual depth. In the year 2000, he founded Birankai International. This was his vision for a global network that prioritized traditional, rigorous training over the softened versions of Aikido that were becoming common. He was promoted to 8th Dan in 1978, affirming his status as one of the world's leading masters. Philosophy: the life-giving sword. Chiba's philosophy was centered on the concept of Katsujinken, the life-giving sword. He believed that for Aikido to be a true path of harmony, it had to remain martially effective. He integrated weapons training, Bakken and Jo, and Atomy, strikes, to ensure his students remained grounded in reality. He advocated for the Shuhari progression. First, total obedience to tradition, then, creative exploration, and finally, transcendence. To Chiba, Aikido was a weapon against the materialism of the modern world. Through Zen meditation and intense physical training, a student could find their true self. Aikido as existentialism. Chiba Shihan was a rare bridge between Eastern tradition and Western thought. He drew parallels between Aikido and existentialist thinkers like Nietzsche and Sartre. He believed that Aikido offers no finished product. Instead, it places the practitioner in a state of constant instability, forcing them to wake up to their own autonomous freedom. He often quoted the Zen stanza, "Even if you cut off my head, it has no more effect than stroking the spring breeze." This was the ultimate goal of his Aikido, a state where the practitioner is so in tune with the universe that even the threat of death is merely a phenomenal occurrence, a passing wind. The final bow. Kazuo Chiba retired in 2008 after half a century of training. He passed away peacefully on June 5, 2015, in San Diego at age 75. He left behind a global community of thousands, a legacy of fierce compassion, and a lineage of Shihans who carry his fire. He proved that the path of harmony is not a path of weakness, but rather a path of incredible strength. He taught us that the sword that kills can, through discipline and love, become the sword that gives life. Kazuo Chiba was a man of contradictions, fierce yet compassionate, traditional yet innovative. He proved that Aikido was not just a series of techniques, but a way of life that demanded total commitment. As we step onto the mat today, we carry forward his intensity and his vision of the Katsujinken. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories from the world of martial arts. See you in the next video.